There's nothing like experiencing music live and in person. On Destination Live Music Comeback Road, we're going inside some of West Michigan's favorite music spots to discover their rich histories, take a look behind the scenes, and how you, the fans, can show your support. Join us on the path to Destination Live Music Comeback Road, West Michigan.
Hey, Grand Rapids! It's been a long time coming. It's so good to see you all. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Welcome back. How you been?
I'm John Sinkovich, editor and publisher of the Local Spins, and we're here with the Destination Live Music video crew at Meijer Gardens and the beautiful 1,900 capacity amphitheater that is once again open for business for 2021. I'm here with the Director of Communications, John VanderHaagen from Meijer Gardens, and it really is wonderful to be back in a place where there's going to be live music once again. How does it feel for you to be back in this venue and starting up another season?
Thank you for coming out today. It's really surreal. You know, we've been waiting for this moment since the last show of 2019. We couldn't be happier to be returning to live music.
The first concert took place here with Art Garfunkel back in 2003, and I was here for that show. I reviewed it for the Grand Rapids Press. I still remember at that time that the season was 10 concerts long, and now you've got 28 concerts scheduled for 2021, plus you've got the Tuesday Evening Music Club. This is an amazing legacy that this series has had over the last 17 or 18 years.
Since the early days, obviously, we've grown not only physically, but in programming too. We were very fortunate that we had the space here through some great early long-term planning. What was 10 shows in the early days is now typically 30 shows, this year 28, and just a tremendous series for residents of West Michigan and beyond.
So this is a family-friendly botanical garden. It's a sculpture park with some world-class sculptures. You're in a residential neighborhood. How do concerts and music fit into the overall mission and sort of the vibe of Meijer Gardens?
We think it's a perfect fit in our mission. We not only celebrate sculpture, horticulture, but also the promotion and understanding of the arts, and live music is a huge component of that. Really a great way for the community to come out, get a taste of what we do on the horticulture and sculpture side, but also see some great live shows that wouldn't otherwise come to West Michigan.
Talk a little bit about what you guys did to sort of improve the experience here.
What folks probably would realize or notice most in that 2019 season was the expansion of our concessions building. We pushed out the actual lawn seating area on the east and west to get more square footage. So while we didn't add additional seating capacity, we did add additional square footage, so there's a little bit more room to breathe. Some behind the scenes, back of house things that we did, new artist green rooms, just to make this a overall great experience for a guest. I'm a little biased, but I really feel like this is the best place to see a show in all of Michigan.
For Meijer Gardens, what's the principal benefit of having a concert series? Have more members essentially come on board as a result of the fact that they get a chance to maybe buy tickets early?
Yeah, it definitely helps with our membership sales. Our members have a great 2-week window to buy tickets, discounted tickets before they go on sale to the general public. So it's really a nice additional member benefit to be able to come enjoy concerts here in the summer.
The pandemic possibly had the most devastating impact on concert venues across the country. Live music essentially was silenced. How did Meijer Gardens react to that last spring, when you suddenly realized that there would be no concert season in 2020?
It was devastating. We were deep into planning. We had announced 3 of the shows. We had released our sneak peek. We were making plans to move towards our ticket on sale date. So it was a tremendous halt.
What have been the biggest challenges for Meijer Gardens in terms of resuming concerts here?
Later in the spring, once we kind of were getting good news on the vaccine front, on the overall COVID number front, we really were able to move forward with a plan. We were originally thinking August. The series lineup this year is very intentional, with symphony shows kicking off, with the Verve Pipe kicking off. We wanted to have a nice group of local acts kind of on the front end of the schedule, so that we could be a little bit more fluid with where those would drop in. As soon as we knew we could plan on a certain date for no capacity restrictions and no physical distancing restrictions, we were full speed ahead. Lots of returning favorites this year, but a handful of new acts too.
Considering the lineup that you've got this season. What are some of the highlights?
This year I'm really looking forward to our renewed partnership with the Grand Rapids Symphony. We are thrilled to bring the Grand Rapids Symphony here to our stage this year. So we've got 3 wonderful shows with them. We kick off the season with Preservation Hall Jazz Band and the Symphony on July 18th. They're all going to be good shows in their own right. A lot of returning acts who have done well here in the past and who our members have really responded early on buying tickets, and then a lot of new acts too that we haven't had on our stage before.
You sold out 11 shows in the first couple of days of sales to Meijer Gardens members, but you also have the Tuesday Evening Music Club, which started not long after Meijer Gardens Amphitheater opened. That's really become a showcase for local and regional acts. It happens on Tuesday nights in July and August, and you're really running a full slate of shows, starting with the Accidentals. So
yeah.
It sounds like this is a great opportunity for people to come and experience Meijer Gardens without necessarily paying for maybe the higher price concert.
Yeah, exactly. What we've seen, these shows, the Tuesday Evening Music Club is getting as popular, if not more so, than our main series, and we love that. It's a totally different crowd. It's a totally different feeling in the amphitheater. It's a very family-friendly event. We've got kids and families dancing, and then they leave to go roll down the horse hill and go to the children's garden and kind of flow in and out. So it's really more of a celebration of all things Meijer Garden, with music as the mainstay here on our stage.
So what's been the reaction of the public to the reopening of the amphitheater, the fact that you guys are having a full slate of concerts and the Tuesday Evening Music Club?
One of the biggest questions I was getting even before we announced the lineup was, are you having concerts this year? What can you tell me about the lineup? When will music be back? So we know that this is a huge part, especially with our members, of things that people love about what we do year-round with our programming. It's been a tremendous response. We sold nearly as many tickets on our opening morning as we had in 2019, so thrilled with the response from our members.
What are people going to see when they come through the doors? What about the masks? What about the social distancing? You mentioned that a lot of those rules are really not in place, but are there some things that people should keep in mind?
Yeah, absolutely. So if folks feel more comfortable wearing a mask, we definitely encourage that. We're not requiring masks. Meijer Gardens continues to follow all state and federal guidelines as far as COVID restrictions, which again, as of July 1st is the official date for Michigan. Everything's been lifted. So you won't see any sort of capacity restrictions. There won't be any markings on the lawn for certain circles that you have to stay in. But we do ask, if you're not feeling well, obviously stay home.
When you look at the music scene and the venue scene in Michigan, what makes Meijer Gardens stand out in your view? What is it about being in this location and watching a show here that makes it special?
Where else can you see a show, not only great entertainment on the stage, but look out and be surrounded by a world-class sculpture collection? Guests are welcome to walk around during the day before a concert, and it's really an art history book come to life. And you don't need to be an art fan to enjoy that either. We've got great gardens, we've got great visual arts, great facilities. Another thing that's great is that we are reduced capacity. We have 2,000 seats at the most when you count our sponsor seats. So you're not going to be waiting in lines for concessions. You're not going to be waiting in long lines to get in or out. We have free parking. We're close to the belt line. We feel truly like we have a gem here in West Michigan.
Well, it's great to have you on board, John. Once again, Meijer Gardens Amphitheater, the main concert series kicks off on July 18th with Preservation Hall Jazz Band and the Grand Rapids Symphony, and it continues through mid-September. The last show is Lettuce and Galactic, which is also a great way to finish off the series. And also every Tuesday in July and August, there are local and regional bands. Thanks so much for being part of this.
Yeah, thank you for everything you do for music in West Michigan, John. We really appreciate the partnership.
When I'm at Meijer Gardens, you just get all of the best concert experience.
Just because it's a nice place to come with the family, I think I'd love to see anything here.
Favorite show was Elvis Costello came many years ago.
The one thing that I really truly do love is the Tuesday Night Music series. It's such a treat, and I've seen so many great local acts on this stage. You wouldn't even know they were local bands.
And he had a spinning wheel with all his songs listed on it, kind of like a roulette wheel.
Great weather, you get to be outdoors, fresh air, live music, and all of that combined is just the best atmosphere for live music.
He had people in the audience come up and spin the wheel, and whatever song it landed on, he would perform it.
Love the art, the gardens are amazing, it's just a happy place. And then this is just a bonus having the amphitheater here. We've seen some great concerts.
You've got to show the musicians some love, especially after the last year.
Yeah.
It's important, more than ever, it's important to support live music.